It's a day after Passover Eve, and I don't know, I didn't drink any wine, and I still feel like I have a hangover. I don't know, it's probably the amount of food and just the whole energies of Passover. It's quite heavy. And I just wanted to say I finished reading this book written by, it's not Anne Frank's diary, but it's a book about the Holocaust. It's called Father's Principe or Father's Values by Shmuel Hadar Amedia. Where's my Shmuel? Shmuel! My cat. Anyway, Shmuel is a very important name in Judaism. It's an important prophet. And it's really, for me, it's always a personal tale. Look, my mother was born in Slovakia and they escaped, the whole family. But they did it like in a legal way. 1941, my grandfather, my maternal grandfather gave up his factory, his lumber factory and his home, everything to the Nazis. And they did have very rare passes to come to what was then Palestine called. It was under British mandate. My grandfather's mother was a very clever woman, and she managed to get them entrance into Israel, land of Israel, then called Palestine. Most Jews couldn't get it. She was there already in 1933. As soon as Hitler came to power, she was like, I'm out of here. Made arrangements very quickly and took her only daughter and left her son in charge of the lumber factory. Very successful business in a big house. They gave up everything. They came with 3 children, and they had a son here in 1947, a miracle child. Now, my family, nobody talks to. The only connection I had was my mother. When she passed away, it was all like, it was like the Holocaust for me, because people just took over property and things, and even things of sentimental values, like an embroidery I made of a cat when I was 14 and gave to my grandparents. You know, I have nothing left, not one souvenir of my grandparents, like material. I have a lot of memories and a lot of stories about the Holocaust every single Friday night, because my grandmother lost all her family except 2 nephews and 2 nieces. One of them was in Australia. She spoke in the Holocaust Museum, but she didn't mention the fact that she had no connection with me, my siblings, my mother. Now, my siblings also turned against me. It was like every single generation, they turn against. There's like the black sheep, or the person that's more vulnerable, the dreamer like me. I'm very the intellectual Jew. And I identified with the scene where the intellectual Jew is found by the Nazis and he's shot and thrown, his body is thrown to the river Danube in Budapest. This is what my family did to me practically. They turned their backs to me. They took over the money. And thank God I have a roof over my head, but they don't really care. They don't care about my children. They don't care about family connections. And these kind of Jews did exist. We're not all happy families. And not only Jews. There are a lot of, we call them dysfunctional. Or is it just people that instead of going higher to a higher level, and you know, I have ultra-Orthodox religious families that are, you know, living in Bnei Brak, and they don't want anything to do with me at all, even though I'm the closest to religion that family has. Of all my siblings, I'm the only one who keeps anything. And nothing to do with religion. It's just pettiness and a lack of spirituality, and really a really sad ignorance of what a family should be. So I feel sorry for them, because my family is people I meet. Yesterday I made good friends with these 2 men that came to the LGBT Seder, and we hit it off. We don't have to be related. They were nice. We had a nice evening together. I don't know if we'll keep the friendship. I hope we do. They don't live in Tel Aviv. They came especially for the Seder. You know what? I'm very lucky that I really am very friendly and I don't really need friends at the same time. And I trust animals much more than people for the reasons that I don't understand how a mother dies and then siblings just like wolves take over everything. And not wolves. This is like wolves have actually principles. This is exactly like the Holocaust. This is exactly how the non-Jews behaved. And it's because people don't understand what Judaism is. Judaism is not about greed. It's not about taking over property. It's not about the winner takes it all. It's about being uh, getting elevated to a higher level. I'm not feeling bitter anymore. I feel pity for them because they'll never read this book and understand. They'll never get insight into what they did wrong, and they'll pass it on to the next generation. And I'm not saying their children might behave the same way because I really am optimistic about the healing process and the fact that maybe